I have grown up in the outdoors. I've loved it from the start. It's always been a big part of my life. I was content chasing whatever I had access to locally, from deer and elk to pheasants and quail. It wasn't until I got into my early 20s that I started to have the urge to pursue bigger adventures beyond the boundaries of my own state. The problem was, I was so obsessed with hunting and fishing, it was difficult for me to make any real money in any sort of career, because I wasn't about to let a job get in the way of my time in the field. It was about this point in my life that I received some good advice that I'm thankful for today. Someone with more wisdom than me convinced me to make whatever sacrifices needed to find room in my small budget to start building preference points for elk in Arizona. Back then, there was no online application process. Everything was done by hand and submitted through the mail. Now, nearly 20 years later, I have my opportunity to hunt elk in the great state of the sun. There is no guarantee it will be a great hunt or that I will kill an elk. But I do finally get my chance, and that's all I ever hoped for. I'm just gonna drop a pin about where that last bugle came from, because he's across this wash, and I think it would be noisy to just go straight at him. I think he might hear us going through that dip, so we're gonna loop around, but just so that I keep everything straight, I'm just gonna drop a pin where I believe that bugle came from. Probably take us like 20 minutes or something to loop around and get over there. We'll still get there before the sun comes up, though.
The Western Hunter is presented by Browning, the best there is. Benchmade knives, the most advanced hunting knives ever. Easton Archery, made in USA since 1922. Option Archery, bringing target precision to hunting camp. Matthews Archery. Crispy Boots. And Western Hunter Magazine.
Well, I'm not really sure what happened, but those elk kind of worked off to the east and in the direction that we're pretty sure we heard several calls that sounded like it was probably a hunter. And we're pretty close to the truck. I mean, we're not far. We were fortunate to hear this bull bugling from the truck this morning, which is a super nice treat. It's not something that I'm accustomed to, is hearing elk bugle from the truck. So pretty awesome morning, really, for opening morning. Hearing a bull bugle, I can't complain at all. It's a little bit of a bummer that there's a hunter in here, but good start. They're bugling right off the bat, and every day should get better. It's September 15th. This hunt goes through the 28th, so the bugling should just intensify every day that goes by. So great start, really. Well, it's just a little bit before sunset here on the first day of my hunt. We did a little bit of exploring some different areas in the middle of the day and then hiked out this ridge this evening. And the wind calmed down. It's like perfect conditions to spot elk and hear elk, and we have not seen or heard anything. Really, it has been a pretty good first day considering we haven't actually laid eyes on an elk yet. Saw some javelina, which I wasn't expecting. This must be like the northern edge of their range, so that was kind of cool to see them in the ponderosas. And then we were sitting here on this rock just glassing and listening a little while ago, and a black bear just like skirting right below us at probably like 60 yards or something. Pretty cool day, and like I'm finally elk hunting in Arizona. I'm just pumped to be here, and I know every day is going to get better. I feel like things are just getting started, so I might throw out a couple more bugles here, see if we can get a response here late, but we're probably going to make a game plan for tomorrow if we don't hear anything this evening. But it's been an enjoyable day, that's for sure.
The Western Hunter is presented by Swarovski Optic, see the unseen. Wilderness Athlete, fuel for the rugged. Outdoorsman's packs and tripods. On X Hunt, know where you stand. Tally, the world's finest optics mounting system. And Browning Ammunition.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. We're about 2 miles out here. We're working our way out here this morning. Got a bull to answer our calls. And fortunately, it was in the direction that I wanted to hunt, so we just kept working out. And I just made it around a little bend in the brush right up here and spotted 3 dudes like working their way just further out the trail. And one guy had a bow. The other guys are probably just buddies calling for him. But I'm not going to head out, and hunt the same elk that they are. So we really don't have a lot of other options out here, how to make the most of the morning. I don't know. I'm gonna look at my map some more and see if I can come up with a plan, but we're basically at a junction in the trail right here. And I've been out this way, the way that the dudes are. I've been out there before because I went that way when I was trying to find a route to get my dad's bull out. Well, I've been on the trail for about an hour and a half this morning. After I looked at the maps, got a good feel for where that bull died, it took us all night. It's super rugged country. It's gonna be hard to figure out where to get a horse to, so there's a lot of dead trees in the trail. I mean, I figured it was gonna be a rough day, but it's like I can't even find remnants of a trail, so officially abandoned the trail idea on this route because I don't believe it exists. I think my gut instinct was right. I went up over those cliffs in that brushy country, and there's no way a horse could do that. Which, that was not a way to get it out, but I did hike that one time. So I know what that's like out there, but I've never been to the right. This other trail goes down a steep canyon, drops like 1,000 feet. We'd end up close to 4 miles before we're even hunting. And in this country, I have packers lined up. So that, the distance isn't the issue at all. The difficulty in this country, as I learned on my dad's elk hunt, is blowdown. Because after the burn came through, it just destabilized the root system in a lot of these trees. And there's a ton of trees that have fell over on this trail since I was here last with my dad years ago. So it's just a constant battle. I do think we could get a mule to here. So I think what we might do this morning is start hiking down this trail. If I could get a mule down there, then we'll continue on and we'll just make a big day hunt out of it, and we'll get down to that flat and spend all day out there. Well, it's 4:30, and we're heading out. We just stopped here at this spring, filtered some water. We're just getting a little drink here before we start our climb up out of here, because we're in a pretty good hole. Still haven't seen an elk, and it's looking like we probably won't today, but really we're learning a lot, and I do feel like even though we haven't seen an elk the last 2 days, it's been productive. But it's been a long time. I can't remember. It might be in 15, 20 years since I've ever went on any elk hunt for 2 solid days without laying eyes on an elk. But I know they're here. I'm not discouraged at all. I just know like things are going to start to happen, but just not really cranking yet. Well, I was being a little bit pessimistic maybe by saying we weren't going to see an elk today, and we were just about 75% of the way up here. Luke and I both heard just the high-pitched bark of a bugle, couldn't tell where it was at, so we kept coming up. Super nice 6x6. Got awesome main beams, awesome tops. His thirds are insane, but it's the first bull that we've seen. Very well could be the biggest bull we see. But I don't know right now if I feel like I've got to experience enough of elk hunting in Arizona to want to shoot that bull, but super awesome. First bull we've seen is a giant. Pretty awesome. One of the things that appealed to me about this hunt was the prospect of staying in the luxury of a comfortable base camp. And to be honest, I was a little spooked to kill an elk very far from a road after my experience with getting my dad's bull out 7 years ago. I do have a couple of packers available, but I had one lined up on my dad's hunt as well. And what I learned on his hunt is that there are places in this part of Arizona where you should not take even a good mule, and consequently, places you shouldn't even think about killing an elk this time of year when the weather is warm. But I did bring my backpacking gear along, just in case. Well, this morning we rolled the dice, came out to a totally different area. It's kind of an out-of-the-way place, and I think when I get back to camp, I'm going to get a pin out and just put an X over this spot, just to remind myself that we don't need to come back here. The reality is, what I'm hoping for and waiting for may never come to fruition. Like, absolutely, this has a potential to be the best elk hunt I've ever been on, but that's just a hope and a dream at this point in time. Well, we had a little bit of trouble finding a place to park this morning. Trucks all over the place, headlamps going everywhere. we made it in, got camp set up in a saddle down here about a half mile, and ran up here. There's a little bit of a glassing spot. You can see, into little openings here and there. It's worth looking, but more than anything, I just wanted to get up here to hear. And it's kind of windy, so it's going to make it tough for us to hear very far. But really just hoping that we can try to locate something, even if it's, too late to go after, just try to have some place to start in the morning. We just left camp. We're gonna work down this draw and around this hill here. But last night we had just an awesome sounding bull come screaming right by our tents. He couldn't have been 30 yards from us. He was raking a tree. He bugled around in this area for an hour, and then he kind of worked his way this direction. So we're really hopeful that we can track that bull down because he's just sounded old. Sounding bugle right below us. Guaranteed it's the same one that was right next to our camp last night in the dark. Just incredible sound. 6x7. Just a big old bull. He's pretty sweet, but I'd like to keep looking, but I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna regret this or not. He just bedded. He's probably 40 yards. But he bedded kind of facing us, so we might loop around and get a better angle just in case I change my mind.
This segment is presented by Benchmade Hunt, the most advanced hunting knives ever.
Well, this morning was pretty amazing. It was definitely the type of Arizona elk hunting morning that I came here hoping to be able to experience. We heard a ton of bugles, had a really close encounter with a super nice bull. He was definitely the age class I was looking for, and he was also about the size. I don't know, I just wasn't ready, to be done. I've only got a great look at 2 bulls, and they've both been great, 350, just great bulls. And we still have 9 days left in the season, and it's really, things are starting to crank. So, pretty awesome day, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
bull from yesterday that I had a couple opportunities to take through openings in the trees, and we could tell that was him before we saw him just from his bugle. It's so unique, but he's completely destroyed. He got in a fight and he doesn't have much of his rack left. He's all broken to pieces, so hopefully that means there's a bigger one around here. We had a pretty good sequence right here. I threw out some cow calls and he just walked right in front of me. It's just a younger 6-point. And then this other bull, he heard all the commotion of the other bull coming in, so he looped around and he ended up coming in to probably 15 yards. He's a pretty nice bull, but he's also broken. He's got one of his fists sheared off. Other than that, he's a pretty nice bull. Super fun morning. There's another bull. Well, we've been hiking since an hour before daylight. We made it 7 miles out here. It took us just a little less than 4 hours and didn't hear a peep until we got out to this ridge, and there's probably, 6, 7 bulls bugling.
The Western Hunter is presented by Browning, the best there is. Benchmade knives, the most advanced hunting knives ever. Easton Archery, made in USA since 1922. Option Archery, bringing target precision to hunting camp. Matthews Archery. Crispy Boots. And Western Hunter Magazine.
There's a chance that when this hunt's over with, there's a chance I might regret not going after that first bull we saw, or not shooting through an opening in the trees on that bull that we were above. Those were big bulls. This bull wasn't nearly as big, but that might have been the coolest elk I've ever seen in my life, and I hesitated. He worked his way out there. He was at 63 yards, and he gave me a perfect shot. I just hesitated. And then I snuck up and I got to 50 yards, had another shot, and I hesitated. I guess the good news is I get to keep hunting, but I'm not running out of time yet, but I'm counting the days. great bull. He came in perfect down there at 45 yards. I had several good shot opportunities and several more times I could have stopped him with my mouth read. I mean, slightly downhill. Couldn't ask for a better shot. I mean, I had all the time in the world too. Just on a unique factor, he was an 8 out of the average elk I see. Super unique. He's all bladed on top, tons of mass up top, crazy mass. But I just passed up 2 shot opportunities at a bull that was an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. I had better kill a nice bull or I'm gonna have nightmares about these bulls I passed up. I may not get an Arizona bull, but I feel like at this point, I've got the Arizona experience, that's for sure. It's been awesome. We've logged in 9 miles today and it's been more than worth it. You think I'm crazy? Well, it has been a long, hard day. Luke and I woke up about 2 hours before sunlight this morning, broke our camp in the dark and started hiking out. We hunted our way back to the truck, called in a couple young bulls on the way back to the truck, went back to base camp, repacked our backpacks, went to town, got showers, got some food, found a little cafe, and then we decided that there was enough daylight that we could pack into a new area, and we just made it. We just dropped our camp down in the saddle below us, filtered some water, and there was just enough light to come up on this bump just to listen and look around a little bit. As soon as we got to the top, I heard an elk bugle and just dropped down where I could see, and I can hear 2 bulls bugling in the bottom of this canyon. I cannot see them, but I can see one bull. Looks like a satellite bull. It is a beautiful 6-point, a no-doubt shooter. The fact that he's a satellite bull, there would lead me to believe there's a good chance that those bulls bugling that probably have cows are probably similar, if not better. So I think we're in a good spot. It's just made for a long day. It's not a lot of times I pack out of one area and pack into another area in the same day. It didn't leave any time for hunting, really. It was just a lot of carrying weight on our backs, but it's looking like it's gonna pay off. We were liking that other area, but yesterday when we hiked 7 miles out to where all those bulls were, we crossed paths with 4 other dudes. They had 2 tags, and they were packed in that area too. And it looks like out here, it appears that we've got this place to ourselves. So hopefully all of our effort today pays off. But we're definitely off to a good start for sure.
The Western Hunter is presented by Swarovski Optic. See the unseen. Wilderness Athlete. Fuel for the rugged. Outdoorsman's Packs and Tripods. On X Hunt. Know where you stand. Chally, the world's finest optics mounting system. And Browning Ammunition.
It didn't take long to find the bulls this morning. Bugles echoed from all directions. It was elk nirvana. This hunt may have started out slow, but the last 4 mornings have been incredible. Exactly the type of hunt I'd been dreaming of for so many years. The conditions are ideal this morning. It's cooler than it's been, and the bulls sound extra fired up. I'm feeling a little pressure to make the most of these conditions, I only have a few days left to close the deal. As good as it's been, somehow another morning slips by without firing an arrow. I've had plenty of opportunities to let an arrow loose. I don't really know why I keep passing up shots at bulls. Maybe it's because I came here hoping to find something extra special. Or perhaps it's simply because I don't want this once-in-a-lifetime experience to end. But my time is running out, whether I like it or not, and whether I kill a bull or not. And that's weighing on my mind more and more with each passing hour.
It's like 1:30. The elk are up. There's one fired up on this steep hillside. And we've been trying to work our way down here, but it's just so thick and it's steep. It's super, super hard to be quiet. But it sounds like they're working their way down to the bottom. I haven't got to see the bull, but he sounds like a good one. If we can just get on the other side, hopefully they cross. It's a lot more open on the other side, but this is like just impossible. But I feel like we've got the wind right. I mean, we've got a steady thermal up. If we didn't have such a steady thermal, I would feel like it's a waste of time. But because they don't know we're here, we got a steady thermal. I think we'll just keep going. We're just gonna go super slow, try to be quiet, and hopefully when we get to the bottom, we'll have an opportunity at him. I'm not totally sure what happened. I kind of blacked out. I honestly don't even know really what class of bull he is. I completely forgot we were filming a hunt. I forgot about Luke. I just been hoping the whole time that I would just have an encounter with a bull and I would know, hey, this is it. And I just felt that. We started working down here. It's just, as you can see, it's just incredibly thick. Working our way down, and I thought the bull sounded like he got to the bottom, so I thought maybe we could get down there and shoot across. And then Luke spotted his cows. on the other side, and we could tell the bull wasn't with him, but I thought he's probably right in the bottom. So we're kind of hustling down, making more noise than we should have. I just thought he was in the bottom. And then all of a sudden I just saw antler tips, like at 20 yards. And I'm sure it's the herd bull because we just watched those cows file out and no bull was with them. We heard him crash down to the bottom. All I know is he's a nice bull. I have no idea. I mean, I couldn't see anything. I just was seeing like flashes of him go through this oak brush, and then I could see there was going to be a little opening. So I decided to risk it, and I just like started bombing down the trail. I was making noise. He was just walking through, and I got down, and I don't even think I had a mouth reed in. I think I just went meow, and he instantly just started bugling. Couldn't have been 20-yard shot. And I expect that I have a Arizona bull in the bottom of the straw, but I could tell he was a nice bull. I saw eye guards that were swooping up. I mean, I could tell like frame looked good, but I never got a clean look at him, not even one side. Should be nervous, but I'm not. I'm just happy. The only thing I'm nervous about is I need to get on my inReach and text my packer. I'll let him know I hit a bull as soon as we get back to packs, and hopefully when I recover the bull, I'll let him know it's official and we can start making arrangements for getting this guy out of here. Definitely.
This particular hunt had enough build-up already, with it being such a rare, long-awaited opportunity. But what makes this one extra special is that nearly 7 years ago, I shared my dad's last elk hunt with him not far from here. I have cherished the memories of that hunt more than most. And to be able to come back here to this exact location and have another incredible experience has meant a lot to me over the last week. And now realizing it's most likely come to an end the second I fired that arrow, I'm overcome with emotion. Man, I would give anything to share a campfire with him one more time. But since I can't, today gives me the next best thing, with this opportunity to be back here in this same place, doing what we both love so much.
I sure missed him on this hunt. Just extremely grateful.
This segment is presented by Benchmade Hunt, the most advanced hunting knives ever.
Well, we've went and got our packs. We've given the bull some time. We're right back to where I shot from. I was standing right here. We're gonna go right down to where I hit him, see if we can find my arrow, find blood. Hopefully we can find this bull. All right, we're where I hit the bull. I'm gonna start a track here. First speck of blood's within 4 yards of where I hit him, so it's always a good sign. He's bleeding immediately. Oh, there's my arrow. It's just incredible. I mean, you get to do this once in your life if you're lucky. Hunt elk in Arizona in September with your bow. And it's been a long wait, but it has certainly been worth it. Every bit of it. And I am just incredibly grateful.
There are places out west with which I have a deep, long-standing connection. Places I have had the pleasure of hunting often throughout my life. This is not one of those places, but the 2 hunts I have participated in here were powerful experiences that left me feeling the type of reverence for this place that is usually reserved for places I have much more history with. Having access to incredible places within the public domain is never lost on me. If I never get to walk this country again as an elk hunter, I will be perfectly content knowing I made the most of my one opportunity, and for that, I am forever grateful.